Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're moving on with episode 2 of Jupiter's Legacy. So far I'm loving the show. Quite interesting at the end of the last episode there when they were all fighting the Black Star duplicate character. I mean, he was so powerful, so I'm not sure whether that's a duplicate of the powers of the actual Black Star guy, which I'm thinking possibly not, because unless Supermax is like super crazy security, I mean, he was able to overpower the whole lot of the other heroes. Of course, until Brandon came in and used too much power and punched the guy's face off, which is over the top. And that sort of raises the issue too about this moral code of ethics that the superheroes are bound by, or that the Utopian is bound by, you know, where obviously he's got more power than his son. So at any time he could have actually stopped this guy. But because of his code and not going over the top and hurting excessively or killing anybody, you know, he lost a team member. The girl got completely blitzed in half and beheaded. Yeah, and the rest of them were getting completely toasted as well, and they've all worn some injuries, as you can see here at the start of this episode 2 shot. And on top of that, the bad guy duplicate was going to go nuclear and take out, you know, a good portion of the countryside and everyone in it. And yet, because of the code, the Utopian was prepared to let his team just keep getting bashed and beaten, and it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I like the Batman idea. Yeah, obviously they do have to control their power a little bit, but if you can beat the bad guy, you're just going to beat the bad guy. You know, it's no different than if you're out there sparring your training partner and you know how much they can handle, even if you are superior to them. You know how much they can handle, and so you'll only really do enough to beat them comfortably. But you're not going to sit there taking a beating all day long and then try and use minimal power to beat them, or try and use less power than they're using to beat them, because it just doesn't make any sense at all. But anyway, apart from that, it does look really cool. Doesn't look too dark in tone at the moment, which is good. I think there's got to be a balance between sort of, you know, the tone of the message that they're trying to portray, as well as still being entertaining and a little bit light. I mean, it's fantasy superhero stuff, so it should be a little bit enjoyable to watch, I think. I like the other angle as well, with Walt talking about how, you know, maybe if they've got a bit more involved in some of the major crises in its history that they were alive for, they could have changed things. And that's like, I can get the idea that the Utopians talking about, you know, where like, hang on, where does it end? Because then they're starting to influence politics and all sorts of things, and that's a good point too. But you know, when you look at Wonder Woman, when she was at the front in the battle, she just went and got it done. She's like, yeah, I can stop this. I'm just going to go get it done, you know, and then let the politicians step in and take over after that. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with this code and how far the Utopian's willing to go and get bashed before, and how many people he's willing to lose before he decides that his code needs a little bit of updating. So let's get into it, guys. Let's watch episode 2.
Who did that? I did. Somebody's screwing with you. No way, that's me. A cheap knockoff.
How do you know?
Because I would have swallowed your baby boy whole and shit him out in pieces. He's not even close to being right. Maybe he never will be. Shouldn't he be locked up for what he did to whatever the hell this is? Rules don't apply when it's your kid doing the killing, not out here. You think people ain't gonna notice? I got a fan club, asshole!
Christ, that guy's got a mouth on him. What do you think?
Clone? Whatever it is, we need answers.
I need to cut him open to get him.
Wow, look at that. That was some serious damage, man. So I think Brandon's got a chip on his shoulder because of all of the hate he's been getting from his dad. Be interesting to see how that plays out.
Black Star didn't escape. Who did you fight in Nebraska? What steps are being taken to secure the Supermax?
There's no indication of a security breach.
78% of Americans support your son's execution of a supervillain. Do you think your old
course they would.
ideas of just tossing them in prison is becoming a threat to public safety?
Lethal force without due process is not justice. But how are you going to protect us from supervillains?
Good point. They're making a good point. Whoa.
Brandon, I know it hasn't been easy being my son. We have to be the ideal. You have to be the ideal.
I had to make a choice between Black Star and you.
Dad!
I chose you, Dad. Wouldn't you do the same?
Maybe not. He'd honor his
You're
code.
gonna be here long after I'm gone. And one day, God willing, you're gonna be the Utopian. And every evil you can imagine is gonna rise up against you. And in those moments, the only thing that you will have to guide you is the code.
What if you fall because of your code?
So what? Killing is never the answer.
Why didn't you tell that to my friends we're burying?
Look, if what I say or what I do, it hurts you, I'm sorry. But one day you're gonna be stronger than anyone else in the world.
You're grounding me?
I'm not grounding you, Brandon.
This is bullshit.
Have you seen what the supervillains are doing?
No uniform, no patrol until I give the okay. Do you understand?
It's kind of BS, really. That's kind of weird that the code is so important, that they're looking past the actual facts, which is that he saved everybody.
It's Dad's suit for the funeral.
Let's change the tie.
No, he loved that tie.
He hated it.
He told me this was his favorite tie.
Yeah, he said a lot of things. I spoke with the board. They want to shut it all down.
Please, can we have a minute? Not a good time, Willie. They're saying Dad ripped off the workers. Son of a bitch. Where's G. Kennedy? I want to talk to the scumbag who wrote this garbage.
I'm the scumbag you're looking for, pal. There's not a word in there that isn't the God's honest. Everything is double-sourced, top to bottom.
My father would never do any of the things that you say here.
Oh, shit.
Capitalism made this building, and my father made the steel that built everything that makes this country the greatest in the world. What have you built, huh? How are you helping America?
Your nose is bleeding.
Did you ever lose anybody back when you were a superhero?
No. Were you afraid?
Yeah. No. I'm not you. I can't keep taking hits and just get back up. I can't watch my friends die because some asshole. The supervillains are going crazy out there.
I never asked you to follow me into this game.
But here you are, and I couldn't be prouder for being better than me.
I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more backstory about the original heroes and how they got their powers and stuff.
I got bagels from that place you like in New York. So, what kind of shoot is this one? Long conservative dresses with wholesome scenery?
Let it go, dude.
It's a joke, Chloe. Are you coming to the funeral? Brandon could use your support. He's really struggling right now.
He was tight with Barry since junior high.
Oh, I didn't realize Barry got toasted. I thought he got hit was okay.
Brandon's the godfather to his little girls. That is why Brandon's a mess, because you could never stop being the utopian long enough to really be there. The suit and cape are the real you, Dad. You have been attacking me for so long. The only way out of the loop is for me to stop being me, or you to stop being you.
He's always trying to manage everybody.
Are you gonna make it to the funeral?
I don't know.
What's the name of that guy from Legal? Bite or something?
Fight her back.
Buy her back, that's it.
What are you doing?
We are gonna sue Grace Kennedy and her socialist rag right into the goddamn ground.
Put the phone down. We're not suing anyone.
We are not letting these people go around spreading lies about Dad.
It's true. Everything they wrote. I checked the numbers. He used the pension fund to back the expansion.
Oh my God.
What we have, we clawed from Carnegie and Rockefeller. Think that happens without getting your hands dirty? Republic and Bethlehem and U.S. Steel try to put us in the ground every day since these walls went up. And every day we stopped it. While you've been picking ties and going off like a lunatic in front of the press, I've been trying to keep what we built from disappearing in a puff of goddamn smoke. And since you weren't around, I went ahead and I spoke with the board. The only way we can hold on to what's left of our assets is to shut down production at least for 5 months.
The truth of the corporate giant, corporate machine.
Hold on, I'm figuring this out as soon as I can. Listen,
You taking a side, Willie? And we ain't taking shit. We ain't going to jail for beating up some rich kid either. Come on, clear out your lockers. And go home to your families.
We're gonna make this right. Go on.
Hope it's a real nice wedding, Cheryl.
He said I'll be right down. Right down like it's some kind of a goddamn joke.
You could not save him.
What's going on with that tie? You need some help? Come here. You just speak from your heart.
Grant that your children may sleep here in peace until you awaken them to glory. For you are the resurrection and the life, forever and ever.
I don't think she's coming.
You never really know anybody until they're gone, do you? The lies that hold you together, that blind you from seeing the truth.
Then will they see you face to face.
Today, we bury my friends. I knew them as Briggs, Vera, and Barry.
Wow, it happened so quick I didn't realize 3 of them actually
They
got
weren't
killed.
Powers, they weren't their uniforms. They were people. And I'm sorry they're gone. I'm sorry I couldn't do more. They died heroes.
You did good out there, B.
She's alive. I won't forget the reason she's still here. You did the right thing.
Yeah, you sure did. Bit of recognition for making the move.
They saw Barry. They saw it on the news, and I want them to forget. Ask your uncle. He could go inside their heads and erase it, and it'd be like they never saw it, and they wouldn't have to remember him that way.
He doesn't do that. Especially not to kids.
Boys over the precinct took up a collection. It ain't much, but
That's so decent.
Anything you need, Karen. You let me know, okay?
too many funerals. I'll send you. There's doing and then there's getting it done. I don't line them all up, pop them one by one, just like you did Black Star. Hole in the head, problem solved.
It's an unfortunate truth, isn't it? Bad guys are winning out there because of the rules the good guys try and abide by.
Half the people were patting him on the back for killing Black Star. Thought we were having a conversation.
Oh, you were handling it fine by yourself. You get that?
They're
You
asking.
cannot control everything. You have to stop.
We don't kill, ever. No exceptions.
You know what? If there weren't exceptions, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now because we would be buried next to Brandon's friends.
That's a really solid point, isn't it? He saved them.
Sheldon,
The code didn't.
changing the rules.
When was the last time a doctor came by?
You have to do that on his bed. Go play on the table.
Walt, I don't tell you to stop wearing a hole in the floor. You don't tell me where to play cards.
Find the boat. Gather your crew.
Sheldon!
Whoa!
To the island and save America.
What the hell? That's a cool vision.
What did you see?
A quest. You saw a quest.
I think it was a message from Dad.
Man, this is getting good. Oh shit. What the hell? Wow, okay, so this is getting really good. I like the way it's flowing. I love the story, especially like the dilemma about the code of ethics versus doing what needs to be done. And I'm sure anyone that's served in any capacity for their country, military, whatever it is, armed forces, has come across that scenario from time to time on various deployments. You know, is that sometimes you just have to get the job done, and no one wants to be a bad guy, really. But, you know, sometimes you might have to do something extreme for the greater good. And I guess that's an age-old kind of dilemma. But, you know, with these guys with superpowers, and I can't believe it, because of the code, the Utopian was prepared to let everybody else die. It's like ridiculous to me, but never mind. In any case, let's get on with these episodes as I get a moment. As usual, if you've got anything else out there that you think's worth watching that I could react to, or that you think I'd get a kick out of, I think by now you're probably starting to get an idea of the kind of things I like to watch. Just put it in the comments below and I'll get to it as soon as possible. Apart from that, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all of your help. You guys take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next video.